I don't want to jinx our recent rally, but mortgage rates are improving and housing inventory is on the rise. Like a moth to a flame, this is a signal to all home buyers and sellers. But why is it all happening now? Let's find out. Mortgage rates have been improving since the start of the year. Take a look at the recent run that started at this white line, which is January 13th. The 10-year has been falling, which is good for mortgage rates as well. Sitting at a really important level right now because that blue line represents the 200-day moving average. This typically acts as a floor support that will oftentimes send it higher. But we have broken beneath it for a period of time, and if this holds, it could represent even better news for mortgage rates. The other good news for home buyers, at least, is pending home sales dropped to their lowest levels on record. Interesting enough, 14% of pending home sales are falling through. That's 1 in every 7 home sales are getting canceled. Housing inventory is increasing across the country, with Atlanta, Orlando, Vegas, Houston, and Jacksonville leading the way. But what's driving it all? Are we still dealing with inflation, and why the slowdown now? Yes, technically we are still dealing with inflation. That may become, or is already, a lagging indicator, though, as to where we are currently headed as a nation. Economic uncertainty is abound, but this time around, uncertainty doesn't have to be a negative thing. With possible rate and employment cuts looming, many economists and Americans are just uncertain as to what's to come. As a result of the housing uncertainty we just talked about, both stocks and crypto have sold off as of late as well. But back to employment. We talked about this a lot lately, and team, we're already on our 7th, maybe our 8th source leverage for the show. I hope you guys all appreciate the work that goes into this so we can keep you on top of your game. If so, please share this and help us grow. But here's an interesting visual for the average American work week. Work hours are at 2020 levels, and I have a strong suspicion with our number 2 job creator, the federal government, becoming a job eliminator, this stat will lower even more. Now, this may be a leading indicator versus the previous lagging indicator that we just discussed, because zoom in to those gray areas, Ricky. On that chart, you'll realize that these areas represent recessions. Could this be signaling a recession to come, which would be good for housing? We'll see. That got me wondering, what else could be pointing to a possible slowdown or recession? And again, team, the federal government going from the number 1 or 2 job creator to an eliminator, that's probably number 1 in my book, but let's look at a few others. We mentioned the 10-year earlier. It's now at a 5-week low, reflecting ongoing economic concerns. Another one, consumer spending, which makes up 70% of the US GDP, has been weakening in recent months. Not to mention the massive rising household debt levels. LEI has also been in decline for well over a year, and historically, persistent drops like this have preceded a recession. There's a few others to watch as well: tightening credit conditions, manufacturing and freight weakness, and all the uncertainty around the Federal Reserve policy. All these need to be taken into consideration as to if and when a slowdown occurs. Now, recessions, guys, they're not the end of the world. They're just part of our normal cycles. I do personally think that better days are ahead, especially in the housing sector. Rates lowering and inventory rising are a good thing, but I also think that we may be hitting like a reset button of sorts with our economy. Yes, that may result in some job losses, specifically with the federal government, and that may result in the 10-year falling and a stock market sell-off continuing, but this doesn't signal a sky is falling scenario. In my opinion, it's merely a slowdown, a reset of sorts. Let's continue to watch all these technicals and see if a recession or at least a slowdown is in the works. See you guys next week.